When you think of the best players in Counter-Strike history, people might say Simple or Donk, but there is a certain player who's always left unnoticed, probably because he's French, and that is Zywoo. For the last 7 years, he has officially become the best player to have ever touched the game. He has won the most MVPs, he has won more majors than Simple or Donk, and has earned the nickname The Chosen One. But to understand how he became the best, we need to start from the beginning.
So hello, I'm Machabo, 21 years old, and I'm coming from Lens, a small city in north of France. So welcome.
To say Matthew was chosen to play Counter-Strike is an understatement. He was literally born on the same day that Counter-Strike was created. By the age of 2, he was introduced to video games by his mother, and at only 7, his older brother showed him Counter-Strike Source. Zywoo was a natural, and like every other kid, he became obsessed. Over the next 2 years, Zywoo would play Source at various internet cafes before attending his first LAN event at only the age of 9. What the fuck? He went up against players that were much older than him, 19, 20-year-olds, but he performed so well that people would literally ask, who is Zywoo? Only to find out it's just some 9-year-old kid playing in a team with his brother and grandmother. But sadly, this same year Zywoo would face a massive turning point. After finding out that his dad cheated on his mum, Zywoo's parents would divorce. His mother took him and his brother to live in their grandmother's house, where he would constantly see his mum crying, and this broke him.
Donc il a vite été très en colère.
Like many people, Zywoo found an escape in gaming.
I was playing all the day. It was kind of my escape.
At the age of 11, Zywoo would meet his stepfather, who he absolutely adored, and with the recent release of CSGO, his life started to take an exciting turn, which is when he decided that he will go all in on Counter-Strike. Over the next 4 years, Zywoo had made quite the entrance. He had taken the pro scene by surprise, having won FPL 3 consecutive years in a row, which if you don't know, is the most notorious invite-only league. It seemed almost impossible for such a young kid to enter and dominate the pro scene so quickly, and this caused a major problem, as he was accused of cheating.
Nice.
Cheater, brother.
Oh, please win this, Zywoo, you cheat.
Zywoo cheats, I don't know.
Many of the top French teams grew skeptical of signing Zywoo, especially after Kukli, I think that's how you pronounce his name, another French young talent, recently entered the scene in a similar fashion, joined Epsilon Gaming, and got VAC banned.
Candy VAC banned? No.
What?
Seriously? No.
But this wasn't a problem for Zywoo. He was signed for the competitive team AAA, where he continued to dominate the French scene in various B-tier tournaments, and his outstanding performance caught the attention of the Tier 1 org, Hellraisers. The Ukrainian team offered Zywoo $15,000 per month to move to Ukraine and play in the team, but he was still only a kid who didn't know much English. When he told his mum, she said that no matter what, he had to graduate from high school before committing to Counter-Strike full time. And so over the next couple of years, Zywoo continued balancing Counter-Strike and school until in 2017 he finally graduated and was made a new offer by a new team, a team that hadn't been formed yet and was full of French Counter-Strike legends, Team Vitality.
It was a dream for me to jump kind of the legend of CS.
Zywoo was excited to be a part of this exact team, not just because it was full of legends, but because it was full of French-speaking players. Compared to the $15,000 he was offered by Hellraisers, Zywoo didn't care how much he was going to be paid. He even told Neo, the co-founder of Vitality, that he would be okay with just €2,000 a month, which is when Neo said that he couldn't pay him that low compared to the other players. And so in November, the team participated in their first S-tier tournament, the DreamHack Open Atlanta, and of course, they won.
Zywoo's already here, charging on in, and he's going to find himself a third. The youngster, the new boy on the block, trying to make a name for himself. And Zywoo's going to find absolutely everybody.
It was a great start for Zywoo. In his first ever tournament with Vitality, he had won MVP. The next month, they qualified for the major, and although they finished in 10th place, they went on to win 2 more S-tier tournaments in 2019. And they even finished 2nd place at ESL Cologne and at DreamHack Masters. By the end of the year, Matthew's individual stats were impressive. He had accumulated an average LAN rating of 1.3. He had won MVP 5 times, and in his first year of competitive Counter-Strike, he was crowned the world's best player for 2019, becoming the first French player to ever receive this award, the youngest player to ever receive this award, and the second person after Cold Zero to achieve this feat in their first year of professional play. Although Vitality didn't dominate in 2019, it was a nice taste of success for Zywoo. But before that, I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, Bounty Stars. Bounty Stars is one of the fastest growing case opening websites with a provably fair system. They have game modes such as cases, case battles, upgrader, let's go, and many more. As well as this, they have weekly tournaments with insane prizes, free giveaways, and daily cases for you to open. If you use code SOCKMAN, you also get a free 50 cents and a 10% deposit bonus when depositing through skins, crypto, or any other payment method. And if you do encounter any problems, they have a live chat team that can help you with anything. Check them out in the description. Sadly, in 2020, during the CS Summit tournament, Matthew's beloved stepfather passed away. After being informed, Vitality offered him to go back and spend some time with his family, and the fact that COVID had just started wasn't of much help either. But Zywoo said something that took everyone by surprise. "I want to stay and crush them all." And that's exactly what he did.
Good damage here. He's very vulnerable to the scouts. Oh no, Zywoo! Zywoo elevates himself. There we go. Takes down Sis, and out comes the USP. He's got to be quick. He's got to force the issue. He takes him down.
Rings out first. No
way.
Second.
He's had enough.
He's going to keep going through it. He doesn't really care, does
There's
he?
4 here again. He wants them all. Get him out of here.
Vitality ended up winning the tournament, and Zywoo was awarded with MVP. He also went on to win the Best Player of the Year award for a second year in a row. Over the next 2 years, Vitality didn't really achieve much, especially with COVID and with the many roster changes that the team underwent. Zywoo still stayed in the top 2 players in the world, however, just behind Simple. But it was with the beginning of 2023 after winning IEM Rio that things would take an exciting turn, as the next tournament was the Paris Major. It had been more than 2 years since Zywoo had the chance to win a major, and the fact that the tournament was now being hosted in front of a home French crowd meant that the pressure was on. It's the finals, Vitality versus Gamer Legion. The first map is Overpass, picked by Gamer Legion, and they lost 16-6. Vitality had the advantage. They now got to play on Nuke, their map pick, but in the first half, the performance of the team was atrocious. They were losing 10-5. They needed a miracle on CT side, and this miracle was Zywoo.
The CT side.
Zywoo from the corner. Oh, he taps him. Zywoo's got him now. He's making a ton of sound.
Oh, whoa. The push with the
Ball
flash.
back.
Oh, it's a multi.
This meal as Zywoo pops right back up. But he's pulled this off. Point blank kills Shuhei.
With Zywoo absolutely dominating on CT with a rating of 2.4 and 17 kills, he was able to win his first major.
Vitality shot. It's a full house from the French. No holds back. No surrender.
Never give up, folks. An unbelievable moment here. If you're here to witness it for the...
The next day after winning the major, CS2 was announced. A new version of Counter-Strike meant a new meta and a lot of new bugs and problems, but this wasn't an issue for Zywoo. He ended up finishing 2023 with 5 S-tier tournament wins, 5 MVPs, and was given the Player of the Year award for the 3rd time in his career. In the following year, Vitality underwent some major roster changes. Mezzy and Flamesy joined the team, and with the release of CS2, the whole community kind of went into a standstill of trying to adapt to this new game. And so Matthew and Vitality only won 1 tournament, IEM Cologne, but Zywoo was still in the top 3 leaderboard for the Best Player of the Year. At the end of 2024, the final piece of the puzzle was found, Rops. And with him making an entrance, Vitality and Zywoo would achieve in 2025 what nobody expected: complete domination. 30 wins back to back, 7 tournaments back to back, 7 MVPs back to back. In the span of 6 months, 3 Counter-Strike world records were broken, and Zywoo had claimed the title for the best player to have ever touched the game.